back into it. So last time, you guys visited the tiny mining village of Deep Fathom, spoke with its owner, and then delved into the basement of the church where you discovered that the local priest was actually the leader of a cult. And you
That's
came
right.
back out and slept in his church after defeating him. As you do. And I believe that's where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost our paladin, and
No, we haven't lost the paladin because our new player is going to take over her for the remainder of this adventure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
No, that.
So?
Not, okay, there we go. Boom. There we are. Fortunately, our resident fairy rogue could not join us tonight. So Allium is absent. Sadness. So, yeah, you guys long rested in the church. You guys wake up, and what do you want to do? It's
Probably should check
very
in.
sad that Allium's not here because she was kind of the one to take charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably let.
Check on the. Shouldn't we check on that orb downstairs? Considering it was doing all the pulsing tendrily stuff last I checked, if I remember correctly.
Probably a good idea, actually.
See if it's spreading or potentially causing more problems.
Or calm
Before
down.
we head out, of course.
Yeah. Maybe it's calmed down.
Maybe we got lucky. So,
Is that what you guys want to do? You want to head downstairs and back down to the temple?
Let's take a quick look.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys head back down the stairs. Everything is as you left it the night before. You head down to all the bodies are still down in the temple, and the orb is still there. It's still swirling and undulating. It's no longer as active as it was. It seems to have calmed down, but it's still very much there.
Okay.
Oh, good. It's not trying to beat our ass. I think that's the big.
And it's not spreading to.
Yeah.
No, it seems to be contained. It seems to it's hanging out there.
Well, that was at least my major concern in regards to it, was if it was, well, going to, envelop the church in eldritch horror crap.
I think
No, I guess. I mean, the next thing was investigating the well and not pissing off the manager. I mean, more than she already was.
Yeah. Maybe we should try and block this off somehow.
Wasn't there a switch behind the nightstand?
Well, that could work as well. I was thinking more like, could we possibly cause a cave-in?
Blow it up so it can't be accessed anymore.
Yeah.
Well, this is under the church, isn't it?
Yes, it is. From what you can tell, this temple down below is it's a much older structure that was probably here previously, and then the new church was built on top of it.
So, could a cave-in potentially cause the collapse of the church upstairs?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you caved in the roof of the temple below, odds are the church would fall into the resulting hole.
What about if we
caved in the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could give it a try. If you have a means of doing it.
Does anyone have any explosives?
Can't say I do, no. Hale, do you?
No.
No.
I could yell at it.
You have the feeling that probably won't work.
I mean, I could try to use my breath weapon.
I think
Use my mind.
for now our only real option is to just push the button and hope nobody ever finds it.
Or break the button.
That
We should
too.
buy a bomb or something.
Just as a reminder, guys, you are in a mining town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Explosives should be easy to find enough.
Yeah, we should report back. Let the owner of the mine know what we found.
All right, so
Yeah.
you guys want to head out and go find her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys
Yeah,
head out to the
let's
church
go.
to find people waiting outside for a morning sermon.
Oh.
They seem very
shit.
confused as you guys come out.
Oh.
Is Aelith inside?
That was the head. That was the preacher.
No, it was
that
just a random worker.
oh
No, Aelith was the preacher, yes.
yeah, no, Aelith was that. Yeah.
I don't think Avis is going to be able to like preach the good word anymore.
I mean, you do have a cleric in the party.
I could give it a try, yeah. Although religion is not my strong suit, but maybe there's something in the book I can read to them.
The workers seem very confused. But where's Aelith?
He took a trip
Where did he go?
out of town. Some sort of mission to prove himself. I don't know. Didn't speak much.
He unfortunately
on a-
seemed to rush out in a hurry last night after he told us that we could spend the evening in the church. Haven't seen him yet.
There's a great deal of murmuring and uncertainty. Why don't you make a deception check?
Oh fuck.
Don't worry, you're a paladin. You're
Oh
pretty.
yeah, yep. Us paladins known for our deception.
I mean, it depends on the paladin, really.
Wow.
Yeah, that is my dice rolls as in a nutshell lately.
Yeah, they are unconvinced, and a few of them storm past you into the church, calling for Aelith and like searching around. Did you guys close the door?
Yeah.
What over? Considering it's like, yeah, we know how to open it back up. We don't need anyone coming in while we're going away to go. Oh god, I don't think we're just kind of lean in and murmur
I don't
to
think we-
to
I
Hale.
don't think
I
we-
don't think we're gonna sneak any explosives
So the
in here to
workers
close that
who barge
shaft.
past you search the temple. They search into Aelith's chambers, and they find tied to his desk chair a dead man with a rictus, impossible grin on his face, and no sign of their preacher. And suddenly, these miners are not so friendly anymore. What have you done? I recognize him. He used to work here.
It was the work of an evil spirit.
Fuck it. Hell's gonna tell him the truth.
Don't.
So the crowd
boy.
is moving in on you, demanding
Well-
answers.
All right, fine. It's probably gonna be hard to believe. Your pastor, Aelith, was the head of a cult. He was converting you one by one, it seems, to slowly worship some sort of horrible, evil, malevolent orb thing in the basement. Good news. He is no longer a problem.
What do you mean he's no longer a problem?
Oh, well, you see, he tried to kill us.
Why don't you make a persuasion roll?
All right, I actually have ranks in that. My charisma
Hopefully.
is not very high though.
It's hopefully you'll get better than what I did for the deception.
I did.
Natural
You know.
fucking 20.
So there's some uncertain chatter, but they generally seem to be accepting your explanation, though there's a lot of fear and like I said, confusion amongst them as to like, what do you mean our preacher was a cult leader and recruiting us? What evil orb below the church? What are you talking about? There's no below the church. There's no basement.
No, it exists. I mean, we can show you if you want.
I
would
would prefer
rather
we
not.
not show them, as we still don't know the origin of the orb.
I mean, I'd rather just show them the truth and let them know.
And at this
They
point,
want
shoving
their
through the
answer.
crowd comes Dareneth Deep Fathom herself.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Manager of the mine.
What on
Yeah.
earth is going on?
I will repeat the exact same thing.
She is stunned for a moment, and then she shakes her head. I knew there was something wrong with that man. So this was the source of our troubles in the mine, then?
Possibly. We still probably need to go investigate the mines itself. There might be a connection down there.
But you've
I would
killed him,
recommend-
right? You've stopped his cult. We should be fine.
The black mass of death and void in the basement would disagree.
She is not pleased. Fine. If you must investigate the mines, then you must investigate the mines.
One other thing, and I know we're being a bother at this point. There is a tunnel under this church. We need to.
Feel it.
Yes.
A tunnel?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I have blasting powder. We can collapse the tunnel. I'll get some of my men to do it.
All right.
Get men you would trust with your life.
There are no such men.
Then the closest thing you have.
Women,
Because
then.
whatever that orb down there may be, it could be tempted. It could try to tempt them. We don't know how it affected the preacher, so don't take chances.
Yes. It'll be taken care of. Now, are you going to investigate the mine so I can finally reopen?
Yes.
Yes, lead the way.
Good. I'll unseal the doors. But nothing more than dim candlelight, or you'll ruin the void water. Understood?
Yes, understood.
Good.
Indeed.
So she will lead you out of the church and across the encampment to this enormous contraption that kind of looks like a trebuchet, which is connected to what essentially is like a big stone drain plug, plugging a hole in the ground. And she will manipulate some levers and winches and such, and the machine groans and lifts the plug up, and there's a whoosh of air, excuse me, as the mine is unsealed, and you can see that there are rope ladders and chains and such running down into this hole. There you are. The mine is open.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We will try to make this as quick and efficient as possible for your business's sake.
Please see that you do. All right, are you headed down?
Guess we'll make
Yeah,
sure that.
light some small candles, just
So there
'Cause it is
are
gonna-
there is a series of helmets nearby that all they're like they have little candles where you would normally have like a light on a miner's helmet. There's like a little candle, so you could take those and like light the candle, and that'll give you some light.
That works. Oops.
All right, so you grab those, you stick them on your heads. Some they're made for humans, so they may not fit on Hale. And you descend down into the mine. Let me pull that up and make sure it's all set. Oh yeah, I gotta get your. Hang on.
All good.
Where is it? I'm just getting hails whirling. There we go.
Adorable little dragon.
So you descend down into the mines. It is very dark down here. Your flickering candles do not offer much light. You can hear the sound of dripping water all around you. The plants down here, there's strange growths of funguses and vines that are of odd coloring.
Oh. Interesting.
This place is
And
fucking
this-
depressing.
Well, does us nothing good to just dilly-dally around the front. Gonna kind of strain to see if I can hear anything going on down here.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Woo! Getting all the fun rolls to start with.
You hear the distant echoing drip of water.
Well, is just kind of start moving forward. Still just kind of listening. Trying to take advantage of, even if it's black and gray, is just seeing, looking ahead. Thank God for dark vision.
So even your dark vision seems to not be functioning at full capacity down here. It's almost as if something is absorbing color and light
Ooh.
and everything.
Lovely. Oh, well, that makes sense for what she described, the void water. So there's a couple of different paths
So
down
you
here.
can see these are stone arches that are holding up the dugout tunnel areas, and there are deep pools of black, shimmering liquid, which you assume is the void water's natural pools.
Mm. There's a split path here. Should we head up over here?
Yeah. One second. Yeah.
What do you all think? Considering we have over here and we have over here.
It branches north up a small set of inclining stone, or you can continue on to the east into what looks to be a larger cavern that opens up.
I mean, there's a gate here, so it should mean you can pass through here without problem.
Yeah, it's a large stone arch that the miners have constructed to help hold up the ceiling. Instead of wooden
Yeah.
beams, they're using stone arches down here.
Yeah, so yeah.
So
This
head
feels
to the
like
northern
going up
side?
north. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going north.
Alright. Shield and mace at the ready. Still just kinda like keeping eyes peeled.
Okay, so you guys enter a larger cavern. More pools of water. There's these large, thick vines that are just kind of growing out of the walls and stretching across the floors. They have some thorns on them, but they seem inert. And you can see on the far side of the cavern another stone arch that seems to lead even deeper.
El,
Should
do
we
you
continue then?
happen to know anything about these plants? These vines growing out of the wall.
Let me take a look. Not very good with plants.
Kind of like focus the candles, like holds her she'll hold Monero, hold the helmet, and kind of like focus it down. Try to focus the light as best she can on the vine to let Hale examine it closer.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Wow.
Holy shit!
All right.
Yep. So these are they have like a barky consistency to them. You get the feeling that these might actually be like roots to something,
Okay.
but they seem completely inert and like not dangerous.
Okay.
All right. It looks like a root structure of some kind. Not really sure to what.
Do we see any trees, like, that would make something like this above?
You guys didn't notice any unusual trees, no.
Okay. Well, if
I love
I'm
that.
just, I'm just gonna
I love
step
that,
over
man.
the vine
Hale
and try
gets
not to
a-
touch him.
yeah, let's not try to stomp on these.
Yeah. It's... Hell's not a very good ranger.
Hale gets a successful nature check, and his summation is like, "Yep, that's a
It's a
plant."
And it's not dangerous. Hey, he got the important bits. He got the important bit. It's not dangerous. Don't feel like trying to fight, something that's growing out of the walls. So does this arch, is it like closed, or it's just
No, it's
still
just
another
it's an
road?
open arch. It
Gotcha.
continues on past there. Once you get close enough, I'll reveal more of the map.
Gotcha. Well, nothing in here seems amiss.
It's one of the downsides of above is I have to manually unveil stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I remember watching that.
Yeah,
That's
I can't set up like Fog of War like other VTTs can.
yeah. Or it's like, oh, as your character moves into the range of being able to see this.
That's what I mean, like an automatic, like as
Yeah.
you like sight lines and it automatically reveals. So this
Oh God.
goes into another large cavern. This one, as you can see, one side of the cavern seems to be dominated by these strange, alienish fungi growths, and there's a lot of vines or roots that you now know are coming out of this side of the.
It's coming out of the fungus.
Like over
which
here.
is interesting. Well, at least it explains why the vines are everywhere. Oh. Still doesn't seem dangerous, and it's not reacting to our presence.
As you step to the center of this cavern, you notice that the pool to the north begins to kind of churn and bubble as if it's alive.
Ew. That isn't good. Still shield and mace authority, kind of like.
As you watch this blob of, it looks like living void water, it just kind of slurps its way out. Oh, I'm still in reveal fog, that's why it's not working.
Like fuck. Oh. Oh
And
God.
this thing oozes up and stretches and forms and roll initiative.
No.
Oh boy.
Not garbage.
One of these rules will eventually be above a 10. I swear.
Should I smile?
Does somebody want to take over Allium for the adventure? Just so you guys don't lose your DPS rogue.
Sure. I can try. Gotta throw it all the way over here. Should I just roll a d20 plus 5 then? For,
I added her to the combat tracker. She's in there.
Oh, okay, I didn't see. Sorry.
All right, Phoenix, you'll go first.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess I'll just use guiding bolt on it. If I can, and it's gonna be a natural 2 for 8 to hit, which is probably
That
gonna
is
miss.
actually a hit.
Oh boy, that's lucky for us. And it's gonna take 11 radiant damage. And the next attack roll has advantage. And that's my turn.
Oops. What the hell did I just do? There we go. Okay, Jahan.
All right,
Nice.
I'm just going to tried and true strike with firebolt.
Why is Jan all the way down there?
Where am I?
Yeah, all the way on the bottom here.
You can't go through the fog,
Oh,
so you'll lose. You won't be able to hold it if you try and go through the fog.
Oh damn it!
There you go. I put you back where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. I guess I rolled a 6 for my firebolt, so I don't
That's a
know if
miss.
that
That
hit.
doesn't hit.
I passed my turn then.
All right, it is Allium's turn.
What does Alim usually do? I guess throw her. What does she?
Psychic daggers.
Yeah, daggers, but does she throw them or does she stab them? I don't remember.
She can do either
I think
way.
she stabs.
Mm-hmm.
I have never played a psychic blade, so that's gonna be rough. Oof. I'm so sorry, Alien, for when you're watching. Can she move there? Yeah, I guess she's gonna. Well, I guess for now she should throw it from distance then. But what's the distance on thingy again? Daggers are 20 feet, so she's probably gonna 20 feet in range and throw her psychic dagger, which is gonna do 1d 2 hits. Yeah, +7. She got a natural 17 for 24
That's definitely a hit.
for 1d6 plus 5. And it's gonna take 7 psychic damage, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a. Can she use a bonus action to do that again?
I believe, yeah.
Can, but it's a 1d4 this time, okay. D20 plus 7. That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
That's a hit.
1d4. Does it add the. Does it add the psychic damage with the bonus action or. Like the. Does it add the dex bonus to it? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. And it's gonna take 6 psychic damage on top, so a total for 13 psychic damage.
Alrighty.
Also, I want to say, Jahan, you would have got an advantage on your firebolt if you were to attack it because of guiding bolt.
Oh, that's
I
right.
had
Yeah,
no
you
idea.
should have had advantage on that roll.
Shit.
Go ahead and roll again, real quick.
What?
Go ahead and roll another attack, real quick.
Oh, okay.
That's a hit.
What a 9. Oh shit, okay. And it's a 1d. Right there.
Is your sheet not working? You're doing all custom rolls tonight.
Yeah, my sheet's being weird tonight. I don't know why.
Yeah,
That's
Deviant
a
has
3.
some sheet issues for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. It's just not using the things on the sheet.
Alright, so is Allium done? I assume?
Yeah, that was Alien's turn. I
Alright,
think so,
Hale,
yeah.
it's your turn.
Okay, 1 second. That was not the thing I wanted. There we go. There's it there. Perfect. All right. Move up to about here. And I will take. Actually, it's in range. Yeah. All right. I'm going to need a DC 13. 1 second. DC 13 dex save.
DC 13. Do, 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 do. Success.
Okay, well, it will take half of this then. It will take 4 points of force damage.
Alrighty, 4. There we go.
Little buddy will hang out with Ilium.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. I'm going to, axe and board and play tank, I guess.
All right, Minera.
Gonna just walk up with it right up next to Hale and kind of just ready yourself in case for when the creature tries to move forward. Not taking a chance of going into the void water or getting too close to this fungi because we still don't know if that's having any effect on all this crazy shit.
Excuse me. So you're writing an action for when it approaches?
Yep, just gonna smack it when it comes up close.
Alrighty. It oozes and undulates disturbingly as it crawls out of the puddle and toward you. Go ahead and make your attack.
There we go.
That's
Told you
it.
I'd roll above a 10 at some point. Alright, and it takes 1d6 plus 3, so 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's kind of...
Excuse me. And now it is going to lash out with icky, sticky pseudopods at both Minera and at Hale. One attack
I'm
each.
gonna use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack on Hale
Okay.
by kind of just trying to bash the pseudopod away with the shield.
All right. So it is going to miss Hale. I'm going to drop my dice on the floor. Oh, where did that go? Shoot. Technical difficulties. Gonna play it as it lies. That's a miss.
Alright.
Alright, so that makes it back around to Phoenix's turn.
I guess Phoenix would he's just gonna. Can you make me a dex save of 14 or lower, please, for Sacred Flame?
14 was the DC?
Yeah, DC 14.
That's a fail.
And it's gonna take 8 radiant damage. Wow.
Nice.
Chipping
And
away
that's
at it.
my turn. That's my turn.
That's it?
Yeah, I don't have much bonus actions to do.
Alright, Jahan.
All right. Tried and true. I refreshed the page. I'm gonna see if that helps my weirdness with this here.
That's a hit.
All right, and
7 damage.
7.
Anything else?
No, that's it. That's it.
Alright, Allium.
Seeing that creatures now in the pipe, she's actually no, she doesn't have to do that because she's gonna throw her dagger for. Can I do that? Oh, I can do that. Okay. For 11, which
That's a hit.
should hit, I believe. And it's gonna take. Did I not add the 5 plus 5? Oh no, it's 6. Wow, 6 total. And she's gonna do sneak attack because would they allow sneak attack for that or no? I don't know
Yeah,
how you
it's
roll sneak
engaged
attack.
with allies, so you get advantage. You get
Okay.
the sneak attack.
You get the sneak attack, yeah. It's very
So
easy to
yeah,
get
it
sneak
takes
attack.
11 sneak attack, and then she's gonna also do her second dagger throw, which is gonna be a net 9 for
That's a hit.
1d4 plus 5, I believe, which takes
Mhm.
another 8 psychic damage on top of that.
All right. You hear
For a
this sort of
total.
burbling, high-pitched screeching sound from the creature, as it is very, very hurt now. Hail.
All right. First, let's see here. I will swing at it. 20
That's a hit.
should hit. All right. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. 1 second here. Let me look at this. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna roll damage, and for my bonus action, I will cast Ensnaring Strike. And it needs to make a Strength DC save of 13.
That's success.
Okay, then nothing happens.
All right, Monera.
Smash it with the hammer. Well, mace in this case.
That's a hit.
All right. For 8 points bludgeoning.
Your mace comes down on this oozing creature, and it splatters like a puddle, covering you in hail and black goo.
Not
Combat is over.
exactly what I expected when coming down into here. But what the hell?
I don't know.
Going to kind of like wipe the ooze off of herself and kind of like inspect it, like its texture and all that, like try to get an idea
It
of what
is
the hell is this.
Goopy, viscous, snot-like substance.
Ugh.
Is this
Shakes
more of
her.
a slime or a Play-Doh situation?
Slime. It's
Okay.
it's slippery and slick, but just sticky enough to stick to you.
Mm.
Like the good kind of slime.
Well then, seems there's clearly something's going on down here.
Yes. I suppose we should carry on then.
I suppose.
Did the floor, the fungi didn't react to anything that just happened. There was no
Nope.
just okay.
It's all just there, being weird and alien-looking.
I'm going to take a look at this fungi and see if I get lucky again.
John's dancing.
Dancing, just hopscotch, floor's lava.
Move up a little bit closer. Yeah, let me try and see if I can't figure something out. Hey, 16.
So you can't figure out a lot. You do know, like, this fungus doesn't seem like anything you've ever seen or read about or heard of before. Like, this is wholly alien plant life.
Oh,
That's unnerving. But considering what we've dealt with the previous night,
Why are there two wormlings? Right
wormlings. I was just noticing that myself. Went.
but there is.
Yeah, you're
Magic.
okay. There we go.
now? That's,
That was
okay,
weird.
all right, that was
For
weird.
some reason, Hale's
Yeah,
image
that was
was
bizarre. Anyway,
above VTT bug.
All right.
yeah, it's doing it again.
It seems like after you control your little dragon friend.
Very strange. Anyway,
Very
moving on.
strange. Yep, moving on.
My reveal
Still
tool.
kind of keeping the ears peeled, seeing if there's anything other than the drip sound. Seeing as how sight is basically useless here.
Well, not useless, just much more limited than you might be used to. Yeah, so...
Okay, so the south way is looking like it's heading back towards where we came from. Potentially. Whereas this northern path, which has more fungus in it, seems to be heading deeper in.
Maybe we complete the second and see if this actually does circle around to the
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's not like the
what?
cave's going anywhere.
right.
Still avoiding stepping on the roots.
Right.
And another gate.
Yep, well, yeah, arch, yeah.
Arch. Yes.
So, as you approach
I'm gonna keep calling
to
them
there, why
gates.
don't you guys give me some perception checks?
Okay.
Sure. Also for Allium or no?
If you feel like it, you don't have to.
Yeah, whatever.
Nice.
All of us.
Yeah, everybody
Natural
can.
20 for
Natural
Fennec.
one.
Oh God.
Let me roll for my little buddy. He also has perception.
Oh god.
And a 9 for Allium and 26 for Fennec. Wow.
FedEx is just like, I am aware of the fourth wall.
I know.
I have true sight. No.
That's my little buddy's like perception. Perception.
It's funny because I'll talk about
Okay,
it
so
later.
he gets. Okay, so he gets +2. All right.
I'm just waiting for that last check.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So, Phoenix, you hear from up ahead this sort of muffled, like...
Seems to be some kind of groaning up ahead.
That's a demon.
As that happens, can I use my... Do I have to find sense? I don't think I do. Or do I? No. Sorry, I've not played in a while. I think I might have. Oh yeah, Eyes of the Grave. As an action, I will know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me. That isn't behind total cover. I would like to use that if possible.
Yeah, no, that's... I'm just determining whether or not... How far is it?
60 feet.
60 feet.
And I guess I would get as close as possible to the gate. Well, the arch, sorry.
So you can sense... That's not what I wanted. Undead in the cavern beyond.
There's some multiple undead ahead.
Good to know.
I guess we know what happened to the missing miners. But why did they become undead down here?
Unsure.
Maybe the void water had something to do with it.
Or this
Hmm.
fungus, perhaps.
The fungus?
Or the
It's
fancy
entirely unknown. Would maybe the fungus is bringing things to life? I mean, would make sense as to why suddenly the void water was literally a slime.
Perhaps.
So you guys have heard that people don't really know all that much about void water either.
True.
Like
could
long.
have.
Yeah.
It could have some kind of properties that resurrect the dead.
Well, either way, we should probably lay these people back to rest.
If they'll stay
Definitely.
rested, that is. Allium, if you'd be so kind as to maybe get a little bit of damage in before they realize we're here. I know
Do you
she's
want to
not
do
with
that?
us.
I don't.
Just
I don't
as
want
an idea,
to-
there's like what the character would say would probably be like have the sneaky one who's
So you guys can totally get a surprise round in if you just like attack.
yeah. All right, just want to go in and put them all to rest real quick.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. Mm. Charge.
Okay. I'm just gonna. And now Jahan is lost.
Oh,
in
I
the
did not see the
vault.
ones.
We are lost to the darkness. It has
Damn.
claimed us all.
I want magic missile to darkness.
I cast Finger. of
Oh!
Death
Oh,
in the dark.
Jahan,
What
rush
in the
ahead.
what in the hell is that monument thing? Or is that just a
So
pillar?
you guys charge around the corner into this cavern. You see this large blocky rock with the roots coming out from underneath it, and you see 5 undead beings, and you can tell right away that they are garbed out in the clothes and gear of miners, except for one of them who seems slightly different. He's still wearing like mining gear and stuff, but it seems like a little like higher grade, like maybe he was in charge.
Okay.
He looks like a slightly different type of undead. He seems a little bit more put together than the other rotting guys are. All of them are very pale and slightly bloated, kind of like they drowned. And there's like water, like void water, dripping from their mouths down their chins.
I think these boys ran into our friend from earlier.
Oh. Well,
Why don't you
And-
guys get a surprise round, and then you have to roll initiative.
All right.
Actually, why don't you roll initiative now so we know what order you guys act in?
Yeah.
Sure. Ooh.
Better.
hey,
Ooh.
17.
Oh, we have a tiebreaker.
My Minerva is not popping out of my combat tracker. I have to keep manually doing it.
Oh, maybe. I have no idea.
That's fine. I just add you in. All right, so Phoenix, you're gonna go first.
Sure. What is Allium's initiative, by the way?
Oh, right.
Smart.
I think.
There we go. She's there.
14. Okay, cool. I guess on my turn, I'm just gonna cast. That is really stupid. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level on the big guy. I think here. How do I think again? Double click? I don't know.
Right,
Oh,
this
because I'm
is-
a ruler.
Okay.
Is that the big one?
Yeah,
I
that's,
think it's
that's the
big
one who
one,
seems
yeah.
to be slightly different from the rest.
So I'm gonna cast at 2nd level, which is gonna be a dirty 20 to hit,
That's a hit.
and it's gonna take not bad 13 radiant damage, and the next attack will have advantage. And that's my turn.
Oh, my brain just like completely stopped on me for a second.
Always.
So your radiant damage seems to have a lot of effect on him, as his skin
I suspected.
sizzles beneath it. Jahan.
I'm going to strike the same creature that he just hit with that guiding bolt with firebolt.
All right. Fire bolt.
You have advantage.
It's damage because of the guiding bolt.
That's a hit.
Okay. And damage. 7 damage.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Hail.
Nothing to do but to do it. Yep. Americans. 10.
Miss.
Okay. And stick with allium. Actually, no, he will camp with me. There we go. He'll just stay with me right there. All right, that's it.
All right. It is Allium's turn.
Apparently psychic blades have a 60-foot range, but she's gonna throw them at the big guy as well. Cause haha. Teamwork is a dream work for a 30-20.
That's a
which I
hit.
assume hit. And it takes 11 psychic damage.
It goes down.
Okay, and then she's gonna throw the second one at the one that's hairless fighting. For a natural 1.
That's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. And that's their turn.
That's Monera.
Run up to this one, kind of trying to block its path through, and just smash it into it with the mace. 14.
That's a hit.
Or 8 points of bludgeoning.
Alrighty. And that ends the surprise round. Brings it back around to Phoenix.
Could you make me a dex save for the ghoul that is attacking Minerva?
What's the DC?
14.
It's a fail.
Okay, as you see, that the big guy that Allium just took down comes back, but he's more like his human form, and he slaps the ghoul with Sacred Flame.
Okay, the
And
ghostly
he's gonna
apparition
take
that
7
stands
radiant.
up, that looks more human than it did, you guys all notice it looks a lot like Dareneth Deepfathom, but a boy.
Oh,
And
Oh
yeah,
my.
its spirit attacks the ghoul in front of you. Minerva.
Alrighty. Is that all?
That's my turn. Yeah, that's my turn.
Jahan.
Alright. Let me move up here. Oh shoot. Ruler to select. Here. And I'm gonna hit this dude right by Minerva with Firebolt.
No, you're not.
Is an 8. I did not. Okay. Well then, keep my hands on my hips and I just end my turn.
It is the bad guy's turn. So, groaning and grunting, these things begin to converge. They're all but they're not that fast. Alright, one is going to take a swipe at Monera. And that's going to hit. It's going to do 9 damage. One is going to take a shot at Hale with its big meaty fist. That's going to miss. And one is going to try and take a chunk out of his dragon.
Are you?
What is
fast?
the dragon's AC?
It is. I want to say it's 16, but I will double check really fast.
that's a
Okay.
We have a different
Yes,
definition of really
16.
fast.
It is 16.
That's a hit.
Okay.
The wormling takes 7 damage.
Oh.
It had 20 hit points, right?
Yeah. See,
I
now
cannot
this not be.
click on that. It's doing that glitch again. I can't click on your guy.
No.
It's fine. Hale, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to. We. Does this work? Oh, thank you.
I'll just do it.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna go to this. I was trying to make one for me. There you go. I'll just move right here, and I need a DC 13 reflex save.
They both failed.
All right. You will take 5 force damage.
So 5 from each of them.
Yep. And for my bonus action, Darvos will skitter basically like around and attempt to bite. If he gets, thankfully I'm like right on his thing, so his bite attack is +3. Okay. It's 15.
That's a hit.
Oh. 6 +2. Oops. There we go. Yeah, 8 points of damage.
All right.
To the one directly in front of me.
Yep. Is that all?
That is all.
Allium.
Allium would throw the dagger at the one that tried to that bit the dragon, so the bottom one here, if that's possible.
Okay.
That would be a natural 19 to hit,
That's
so
definitely a hit.
it's gonna take 10 psychic damage, and then on top of that, 5 sneak attack, and then for the second dagger, 1d20 plus 7 would be a natural 18 to hit, so.
Yep.
And then takes an additional 6 psychic damage on top of it.
It
A
drops.
total of 21 damage to it. And that will be her turn.
Okay, Minera.
Why didn't we'll just go back to smacking it with the mace?
That's a miss.
Gonna kind of take up her defensive stance and just kind of get ready.
Phoenix.
My sheet is not. Hello. Okay, thank you, sheet, for barking out on me. Phoenix would. What would he do in this situation? Kill the undead. That's what he would do. So he's just gonna.
I mean, you
Shoot
can't ride those
a-
Walking Dead, right?
Yeah. He's gonna cast Guiding Bolt on first level on the one that's all the way behind.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
for that's good damage. 19 radiant
Ooh,
damage.
that's
Oh.
it drops. That's yeah.
Oh my god, guiding.
Fizzle from
bolt, man.
existence. Yeah.
And he's just gonna mutter. Your spirit will serve a purpose.
Welcome
I
to
promise.
clerics.
And that's his turn.
Back on the board. There we go. John.
All right. So I know my last turn was a little boring, but this time I'm gonna go ahead and just hit this guy right next to Minerva with Firebolt. Did that hit?
No, that's a miss.
Oh shit! Sorry. Ignore that damage roll then. That's the end of my turn.
Jahan really contributing.
Yeah.
He's trying.
All right. One of them's gonna take a swipe at Minerva and hit for
I'm just
8
gonna-
damage.
Oof. 17.
And
Miss on Hale.
all right.
Hale, it's your turn.
All right. See, they fucked up. They bit my dragon. They bit my boy. See, they fucked up.
Natural 20.
That's
Fucking 3
critical
nat
hit.
20s in one fucking session. Holy crap. Pardon my French.
So
You don't even need to roll damage because I know you're gonna
Yeah.
kill it. So
okay.
it is
Alright.
dead.
Wait.
You cut it
Alright.
in half.
And then yeah, I'll get my ruler out of here. That's 20, and then okay. Hale is going to slowly make his way up to about here. And that will crawl on my shoulder. And then for my bonus action, yep.
The extra 10 feet.
Anything else?
Yeah, it'll take a little bite.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep looking at my character sheet. I already know what the rules are. 20 plus 3. Thank God he has
That's
advantage.
very much a miss.
Yes.
Allium.
Hold on.
What-
I might have missed anyway. I get advantage.
Oh right.
He gets advantage.
You did.
Yeah.
But you
It
missed
doesn't
anyway.
matter. Missed
Allium.
Yeah.
Alim is just gonna twirl her psychic knife and throw it. Try to aim it in between its eyes of the ghoul. For a net 4, which is gonna miss, but she has a second knife, I promise. Oh boy, please hit this time, otherwise I did the wrong.
Alim's been carrying us, so.
Oh, oopsie.
I mean,
fucked up
Fennec's no
twice.
slouch. Fennec
Fennec
has
was
not
fucking-
been a slouch today.
16? 16.
Guiding bolt is nasty.
Guiding bolt is just unfair damage.
Does
Well, I
But
16
mean,
that's
hit?
clerics
cleric
for
versus
you.
undead. You got to expect them to do pretty well.
Oh yeah.
The
Does
16 is a hit.
Okay, and it's gonna take 6 psychic plus 6 sneak attack, so 12
It
damage to roll.
drops. And combat is over.
Lay on hands to self for 10. Just get some hit points back.
Have you been updating
I
your
can't-
hit points?
Oh, that's where I update them. I couldn't figure out where I could update them.
Okay.
It's not letting me. It's still not letting me actually update it.
Can't update.
I
Some
lost
things-
17, gained 10, so I should lose 7, so I should be at 21. But I can't mess with it for some reason.
That's odd. Things are very glitchy tonight. Oh well.
It's okay. I'm keeping. I have a mental note. I'm on 21.
Yeah, I can't mess with the little like life bar thing either on
Me neither.
my token.
But
That's
yeah, I'm keeping track of it on the actual
Yeah.
sheet right now.
That's what I usually
21.
do.
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll move on, and hopefully the glitches will be sorted out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And we have basically verified that this circled around.
Yep. Manira's gonna kneel and offer a prayer to the White Lord to watch over their, now that they actually can rest and
Phoenix
give
is
them
gonna
proper
ask if
guiding and
going
hold on to their memories.
We've confirmed what happened to the
Seems it
manager's brother.
probably confirmed what happened to the mine manager's brother.
Yep.
Oh, maybe father. I don't remember what
It
family
was her
relation.
brother.
Yeah.
Her brother and the missing miners. At least we have an idea of what happened to them, and based off the fact that they were leaking void water, it's quite possible the void water is actually very dangerous.
Void water. I have a feeling this void water might be the cause of the fungi too.
Maybe.
Well,
But for now, there's still another tunnel to explore.
yeah, there's a tunnel up here.
One more space to look over.
We're sitting on someone. No,
Move
I'm
over to the
outside.
arch, and because this is looking like it heads towards where the northern path was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it loops back around. And nothing seems off about this.
And nope, it looks like the rest of the corridors.
All
You
right.
guys have explored all of
Actually-
Deep Fathom Mine.
Can I check out the pillar, actually?
I was thinking the same
Sure,
thing.
what would you like to do?
Just like, can I investigate it? Or do like an arcana check to see if it's magical of some sort?
Sure, make an
Which
arcana
would
check if
you
you'd
let
like.
me do?
And
Don't fuck me over, dice. Ah, net one, fuck you.
Yeah, it's a big rock.
Not you.
Nira's
The dice. It's a
going to
rock.
try and
It's not a
investigate,
rock,
see
it's a
like
boulder.
if this pillar was natural, like, or if it's been like reshaped by like the roots growing over it, or if was carved or something.
So, as far as you can tell, this is a natural formed
Natural
rock
form-
formation.
Formation, and the roots are going out from underneath it.
Yeah, they're growing out from underneath it. They're growing up over it.
So it's just okay. So they just naturally have grown up from it. So it really does seem that creature living in the ooze in the void water drowned them, and then the void water turned them into
Yes.
undead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the people that drank the orb void water turn into weird cultists.
Maybe there's if it's influenced by a type of magic that's from something we don't know.
Yes. Yeah, well, there could be a difference between ingesting the
I
void
mean-
water and
Drowned in it.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do some stuff if you would like me to.
Hmm.
Yes,
Maybe it's
anything
a-
that could help with figuring out what this mystery is.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, spirits guide me, and I'm gonna cast detect magic as a ritual spell. So give me 10 minutes for that.
Okay, so it takes 10 minutes,
Whoa.
then your ritual goes off.
And I have detect magic.
Yeah, you don't sense any active magic down here.
There's no magical source, so
So
void
maybe it's just a
water
reaction
running?
void water has to a corpse.
Perhaps.
Well, we killed the creature that was that quite likely was drowning the people.
Yes.
Though we also probably should let the mine manager know, despite the fact that I doubt she'll actually do anything about it, that there are apparently slime-like creatures living within the void water that pose a threat. That she might actually want to hire mercenaries to be down here with the miners.
At this point, Allium will actually pipe in with a quick reminder to you guys. Isn't void water used as a reagent in a lot of potions, which means a lot of people are consuming it?
Right. But maybe it's the way it's a reagent, so maybe it's interacting differently.
Just something
Once
to consider.
it's-
watered down.
Yeah.
It's definitely something. Definitely not. The idea is to not ingest raw void water, pure void water.
Yeah. We should speak to our alchemist friend that sent us on this mission.
Yes, that would be an excellent idea. Is talk to him. see if he might. Well, void water is still mostly unresearched, isn't it? It's just known to be useful in as an alchemical reagent.
Yes.
He might not know anything. I mean, it's worth
Yeah.
a shot asking, but
Yeah. And I personally definitely know nothing about this. I don't even. Is there void water where I'm from?
Sorry, what?
Is void water like? Is there void water where I'm from?
Uh, from what you know of void water, it's a very rare alchemical resource. This is the only mine you're aware of that even
Okay.
produces it.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Hale definitely is
well,
very little about it. Well, yeah. Either way, we should probably head back and let
yeah,
her know
let's
what we
head
found out.
up. We dealt with we've done what we were hired to do. We investigated, dealt with what was causing the missing miners.
Yeah,
At least
we should ask about
hopefully.
this fungus too. Maybe it's been here.
Maybe. They might, if it's been here since they started, it might be something that's interacting with it, but we don't have much else to go on.
Yeah.
It's just too much of an unknown substance.
Unfortunately,
Actually, one last thing. You said there's 5 bodies. There's like 5 zombies.
Yes, well, they were 4 ghouls at a ghast.
Oh, well. Either way, we should probably take the bodies up to the surface so they can be properly
I have to
buried.
say, you guys dealt with much more handily than I was expecting.
Well, yes, you also, I mean,
Like and a
you
paladin.
kind of
Roll pretty
barbecued
hard.
2 of them, my friend.
Killed it?
Yeah, Hale didn't barbecue anything.
Yeah, no, I mean Phoenix. Phoenix
Phoenix,
here
Yeah, but Hal
barbecued
said
a
it.
couple of the bodies. I don't know how well that. Well, I mean they were undead. People might still be okay with that,
Excuse me.
but let's
I mean,
give them a
the
chance
way
to
they
have a
are right
proper
now,
burial.
they aren't exactly recognizable as the people they used to be.
Okay.
Do we still want to bring them up?
I'll check the body of who we believe is the manager's brother.
The super melted one, yes. No.
He doesn't really have
least
much
that
on
one
him
wasn't the
besides
super
mining
milk.
gear.
Okay. I didn't know if he
Nothing to
had
identify,
yeah.
but
Does his mining gear have any like initials or like anything special? Like that's his
It's
gear?
nice. It's nicer than the other mining gear.
Yeah.
Hold on just 1 second.
Maybe he has like a fucking engraving in the pickaxe or something somewhere. Like property of yada yada.
It's got silk touch. Like,
He has a ring on
No.
his. He has a ring on one finger that features a crest of some sort.
All right.
let's.
I'll
Bring
take that
that.
ring then and bring that up with us.
Yeah. At least we can give it to the manager and let her know her family's fate.
Yeah.
And we put the spirits to rest. That should have been enough.
All right, so you guys are done down here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're
and unless someone has anything else they want to look into.
So you return to the Fallen Rod Tavern. Get rid of that. Where you find a bunch of miners sitting around, kind of because they have nothing to do with the mine being closed right now.
right.
And Darrenith is here having a drink, and she sees you enter. She goes, "Well,
Well, we have good news and warnings, and potentially bad news. So the good news is your mind is now clear.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
excellent."
That's partially the bad news. What was down there was a living slime within the void water. And we believe it drowned your lost miners,
But you
turning
took
them
care
into
of it.
undead. We did. we also had to take care of your brother and the other 4 missing miners.
And
as
Hale will
they had turned.
offer her the ring.
They walk with the White Lord now.
So she'll reach out and take the ring. My family crest. Well, I already knew he was dead. She doesn't seem
Now
too
he-
terribly broken up about it.
He at least rests in peace. However, this does leave us with a warning. We killed the creature that came from one of the wells. Nothing else came from the others, but you may wish to have mercenaries stationed with your miners, just in case more of those show up.
Also, there's a fungus down there. Has that been there since the beginning?
Yes, the plants down there are very strange. I know. Now then, that the creature's dealt with, I shall reopen the mine and we can begin shipments again.
All right.
Alright, just please heed my warning. It seems that if you die and your body is anywhere near the void water, you come back.
She does not seem concerned. In fact, she doesn't seem to be listening to you anymore.
Of course not.
Looks to the miners and kind of gives them a shrug of like, I'm sorry, I can't control your boss. Best of luck. Well, I have quite enjoyed our little venture together into the mines.
Yes.
However, one cult leader doesn't mean the cult is dead.
Of course not.
So, as much as I have enjoyed our time, I believe it is best if I stick around here and investigate further into the cult itself. So, thank you for...
Yes. If you need us for anything, send word.
Of course. Safe travels
then.
to you all.
And to you as well.
And with that, Minera heads out to investigate into this strange cult, and your job here in Deep Fathom has come to a close. What would
Cool.
you like to do?
I would like to take a quick bathroom break. Be right back.
Other than that, what would we like to do?
What would like the party like to do?
I suppose we should head back to back and let our friend know that everything's apparently fine and the mine's opened up again.
While we all decided what to do, Jahan is just gonna pet the little dragon thing.
What's that?
This is acceptable. This is an acceptable action.
I couldn't quite understand what you said.
He's petting. He's
Oh,
petting.
he's petting,
Petting the
I see,
dragon
he's
and,
petting the
yeah.
dragon. Gotcha.
And then probably I'll rest a bit and then head on and back
So,
to
yeah, you guys, you take a meal, you
What
take
was-
a drink, and then you guys head out back to Sandmeyer Point, and it takes just as long to get back as it did to get here, but you arrive safely back there. Hold on a second. There we go. That's not the right.
Our old friend, the potion seller, is happy to see us.
Actually, I'll be right back really fast too.
Everybody's taking a break. The peaceful return to Sandmeyer Point.
I'm enjoying the vibe of Sandmeyer Point.
Sandmeyer Point, yeah. Sandmire Point has a bigger population than the town I grew up in.
It's a big port town.
I just find that funny.
Honestly, I've never been great with populations. I just kind of plug in numbers.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's just,
I mean,
it's still
3,500 is pretty big.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to like a small city, but
I mean, it makes sense for a pier on like one of the major ports on an island. So
funny. Yeah, like piers, like those kinds of areas always have a bigger population just because of like resource
yeah, I mean,
abundance.
Sandmire is like a major port in Raywind.
Yeah. There's a nice port right there, you can tell.
where is the controls? Gonna lower Xandercraft's volume because
Yeah,
I was starting to lose. I didn't realize who was talking because I didn't see, but they were very, very quiet in comparison to the background.
Well, the previous
Luna,
music I was
holy.
playing was very, very quiet, so
Oh man.
And
so
very
it's always
ominous.
a struggle
and-
for me to get the right music level to not drown everybody out, especially in the recording. That's what happened with that first session. Everybody back?
Because it throws you out.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So you guys return to Sandmire Point
With the
safely and no issues. Excuse me, God. As you enter town, you were actually met by Jenna. She's there to greet you as you return to town. And she actually has a new cat on her shoulder. This lovely little brown tabby as she excitedly greets you, welcomes you back to Sandmire, and asks about your adventures. Do any of you even
Well.
remember who she is?
Yes.
No.
She was the daughter of the guy we saved.
Yeah, it's saved and have had dinner with multiple
Our
times.
first adventure. Yeah.
I probably slept through that session. Sorry.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you return to Orlith, the apothecary owner, and I assume relay the results of your adventure.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right, so yeah, that happens. And he's thrilled to find out that the mine is opening again, and he pays out the promised 50 gold to each of you.
Hola.
I heard hello there. I had to resist the urge to say, General Kenobi.
You see, you say you had to resist the urge, but then you didn't resist the urge.
I know. It's
Uh,
oxymoronic.
So upon receiving your reward, you guys are at a loose end and can do as you please in Sandmire Point.
Well, where should we head off to then?
Suppose we can see if there's any more work we can do.
Goals?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could go like somewhere to find some work.
So it's been a bit since I've been
You
here.
guys
Where do we
meander
find
around
work
town looking
again?
for work, and a few days pass without much really coming up. Like you can work down at the docks as a porter, or you can, there's odd jobs here and there, but there's nothing really that speaks to your caliber of skills. Until about 4 days after your return, you are approached by Ruth Willamy, who seems to once again be looking for you.
Good to see you. How can we help?
Well, I have a sensitive matter that I think your group would be perfect for. If you would please just accompany me back to Cliffhold Keep. And she will kind of usher for the group to follow her and lead you all back to the keep, assuming you were with her.
Yeah,
so you-
yeah. I think.
Yeah, so you pass through the gates and into the manor proper. A door is opened into. It's not. You can tell this is not like the main dining hall. This is like a guest side dining hall in this place. And within this hall, besides Ruth herself, there is a tall man. regal would probably be a good description of him, with his slicked back hair and slight graying at the temples. And you guys recognize him because you've heard of him, and you've probably caught glimpses of him during your time in Sandmire, that this is Duke Raven, the man who Ruth Willowmane works for.
Oh.
And also present is a ivory white tiefling girl sitting at the table, who seems a little out of place, but not entirely. And Ruth gestures for you all to take seats, and then Duke Raven looks around at the group a little appraisingly, because he's never actually met any of you before. This is the group you've brought, eh? And he'll look at his tiefling guest. Please, relay your story.
Hello, I am Tiala Hawken. I hail from the island of Olrana, and we are in desperate need of help.
We need your help.
Our
I couldn't resist, I'm sorry.
all good. Our kingdom has been recently, well, overrun by mercenaries. At least, we believe it to be mercenaries. I didn't get to stay long, as I was quickly snuck out of Havara to find some level of aid. And thankfully, the Duke, in all his kindness, was willing to look past my form and listen to my message, as they have captured the king and are pretty much holding our entire island as their playground, ransacking and destroying much of everything I hold dear. And
At this point, Duke Raven lays his hands on the table and leans forward. As you can imagine, this is very disturbing news. Rana has been a vassal kingdom to Raywind for generations. It's our duty to protect it, but we were unaware of this attack. Trade has not been interrupted since it happened. If we take this child at her word, this is extremely sensitive for us to deal with. Obviously, I will send word to the king, and he will mobilize forces to retake the island, but we need people there now. I was hoping that you would be able to help.
Gladly.
Yeah. Good help.
Elle's kind of like
Of course.
twitching nervously behind her.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can assure you, you will be well compensated for your aid. He turns to Tiala. These fine folk will accompany you back to your home and do what they can. And to the group he says, do your best to gain a foothold in the kingdom. Lion Guard has been our ally for a very long time, and we would hate to see it fall. If you can, discover the source of these mercenaries and why they attacked. Discover the location of the king, if you can. And discover if there's any sort of resistance at all to these invaders. I have contracted a caravel to take you. You can meet the captain down at the port. He's a bit eccentric and his ship is a bit odd, but it's one of the fastest on the Emerald Coast, and I'm sure it'll be able to get you there in no time.
All right. Of course, we'll be sure to leave immediately. Blah, 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 blah. Leave immediately.
Sorry.
Yeah, so he dismisses you to ready yourselves, prepare whatever you need to.
All right.
Ella
All right.
stands and bows to the Duke, and then kind of like mumbles, "Thank you. I'll make sure that my father hears of your aid."
The Duke nods.
No worries.
And then she proceeds to walk away and go join over to the group. Gives them all a nice formal curtsy, and she's clearly not the adventuring type, dressed more in a gown. It's a little messed up because it's obviously escaping, but. And she kind of just smiles and like, thank you all for agreeing to this on such short notice.
Of course.
No
It's-
problem. No problem. It's kind of what we do.
Well, you'd be surprised how few people are willing to listen to someone of my disposition.
I mean, look at me. You-
Wow.
She kind of just smiles.
I am not one to judge.
I'm the
Yeah,
most
so you
normal looking
guys-
guy with the company I keep.
Sorry, what was that?
No, Jahan just said, I'm the most normal looking guy here, but look at the company I keep. So,
So yeah, you guys are free to prepare yourselves for the journey, obviously, buy any provisions, equipment, whatever you might want. And then you've been informed that the ship is waiting for you down at the port.
all right.
I assume we took a long rest in between, or
Yeah, well, it's been a few
Yeah.
days since you guys returned.
yeah, just making sure, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
You're-
yeah.
It was like, what, 4 days that you were here?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
4 days of kind of hanging out between adventures, downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yep. Yeah, let's see what we can get. What we would need. Has
I guess we could use some whetstones, maybe.
Probably go. Well, no, we already have plenty. Right? Do we need any more potions?
Since you haven't used any of the ones you've bought, I'm guessing no.
Yeah. Well, we don't know
We
where
have
we're
a
going,
lot
what
of
kind of
potions.
situation we're going into.
Miss, could you tell us more about your situation? What the lands are like?
I didn't get much before getting, well, forced to escape. I didn't want to leave the people behind, but they were ransacking and ruining whatever they could get their grubby little hands on. And murdering any that fought back. You see her kind of look at her hand as she's just like, I couldn't save any of them.
Fine.
Okay, yeah. See, there's a lot of murder happening. I think we might want to actually have like extra things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if these guys, like, I know we already deal with murder, but these guys are actually like going around just murdering just cause, you know, like
No, they're
should
not.
probably prepare for that.
If you don't resist, if you don't resist, you're fine. But if you struggle,
That's understandable.
hostile takeovers do end up trying to be like that, after all. Or at least so I've read.
Would knowledge history help me like learn something about the about where we're going?
Sure, you can try it.
All right. 15.
So you know that Orana is an island that is just off the southeast coast of Raywind. It's probably about 2-week journey by boat. It plays home to the Kingdom of Liongard, which is a vassal kingdom to Raywind, which means that they are in an agreement. They are independent and sovereign, but they pay tithes and resources to Raywind in exchange for protection and also resources in return. It is ruled by a king, and it is divided into 2 provinces, with the one province being ruled by a duke, who obviously is under that king. You know that they provide a great deal of the lumber and tar that's used to build the ships of Raywin's impressive navy. And that's about all you know.
Okay. Trying to think of what we might need. Perhaps we can provide provisions for the trip at least. From my understanding, it's about a 2-week trip. So, and I'd rather not, burden the sailors more than we already are.
That sounds fair.
So whenever you guys are ready, you can make your way down to the port.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Hale just said like we should get provisions and stuff, or
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely buy
Definitely
whatever you guys want to
good
buy.
idea.
yeah.
Like, you don't need to
We
role
should
play
talk
out
about-
your shopping trip. You can just
Yep.
whatever you want, put it in
Go.
a sheet, take the room
Go.
of the gold.
Yeah.
Couple
I
of weeks
totally
of
just
rations.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys
That's
are
what
going to
Hale.
be on a ship, which means that they are going to have a galley and a cook, and there will be food
True.
on the ship.
Yeah,
It's not just
So-
going to be your group on the ship. There's also the
True.
crew of the ship.
crew and
Yeah.
we're getting.
Yeah.
We are going to have to be a little probably sneaky getting into Halvara, if that's where we end up going.
That might be an issue. He and I point towards Hill vaguely, aren't really the stealthiest.
So remember that Duke Raven said that trade has not been interrupted from Orana. This is why Raven was completely unaware of this invasion. So trade ships are still running back and forth between the 2 kingdoms.
Gotcha. So we should. If we pose as merchants, we could get through very easily.
Oh, we could do that.
Guess
I
they are
mean,
still
well-
trying to keep things under wraps.
Mhm.
Sounds like a plan, actually.
Yeah.
Just speak to our captain and see.
I guess make our way down to the pier.
Yeah.
You guys head down to the pier, and as soon as you get down, onto the pier itself, onto the docks, you see the ship, because you were told by the Duke what ship it is. It's called the Sparrow, and it is the most bizarre-looking ship you guys have ever seen. It's a large ship. It's it is a caravel, which is, I don't know if you guys know what a caravel is.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a large 3-masted ship. But what seems unusual about it is that on its back it has what looks to be a gigantic propeller, as well as smaller propellers kind of down near the hull that are in the water, and some sort of scoop or skiff toward the bow of the boat.
Interesting.
So you guys walk out onto the docks and you are greeted. There is obviously the ship is not at the docks. It's a large sailing ship. It is anchored out further from shore. But there is a small boat, a dinghy kind of thing, waiting for you. Excuse me. Just coughing everywhere today. And you are met by an elven man standing there with this long black hair and this pointed ear sticking out. He kind of regards your group with a little bit of a sour expression. He kind of regards all of you. Well, hurry up, we've been waiting for you.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Apologies. Thank you for
Nobody's gonna ask his name.
Oh.
He's like, hey, stranger.
Who might you be? Are you our captain?
He'll look at you with his expression is very stern, very unamused. No, I'm the first mate. I'm Almer Blackwind.
Mr. Blackwind. It's a pleasure to meet you. Gives
Indeed.
the formal curtsy.
He nods and he kind of gives a shallow bow of like it's respectful but begrudging. He goes, if it were up to me, we wouldn't be taking on more passengers. But I'm not the captain. He'll usher you onto the boat.
What type of work does your ship do normally?
He kind of levels his gaze at you. Trade.
What was his name again?
Almer Blackwind.
Elmer Blackwind.
I'll put all the names up in the Discord a little later on.
I was just typing it out because
Did he say
I'll need the
raid?
reminders.
So I assume you guys get on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys pile onto the boat, and he steps in after you and speaks an arcane word, and the boat starts to move by itself out toward the Sparrow. It takes a few minutes, and you arrive at the Sparrow. He aids you in climbing up on deck after the skiff has been raised from the water, and you are met by a swarthy-looking man with white hair and one milky white blind eye and some scruff on his chin. He kind of smiles. Welcome aboard. I'm Captain Zephyr.
Honored to meet you, Captain.
I am grateful for you taking on this endeavor, Captain.
Nonsense. No endeavor about it. We were headed there for trade and travel anyway. We have other passengers on board who are on their way to Alrana.
You don't say.
Indeed. Important passengers. Why, we have the heir of the Davenport family.
Would I know the Davenport family?
So anyone who's been in Sandmire for a while knows of the Davenports. They own the largest farm and stable in town.
Okay.
I would not. Who? Kind of looks misty-eyed, kind of looks baffled, like, who are the Davenports?
Oh,
I've just had the honor to actually meet them.
the captain kind of smirks. Oh, you know, one of those rich merchant families. From what I hear, she's on her way to Alrana to marry into another rich family. What are they called? The Dasamirs?
I do know of them. Lovely fellow. Lovely folks.
If you say so.
Kind of covers her mouth. Like, shit.
He smiles. Well, let me introduce you to my crew. He'll turn to a man who's overseeing some of the general crew. It's a dwarf with a bald head and a thick brown beard with a very severe, scowling expression on his face, arms crossed over his barrel chest. And the Captain Zephyr motions towards him. This is my quartermaster, Odin Flint. And the dwarf kind of turns to look at the group and just grunts, just goes back to what he was doing. And Captain Zephyr kind of chuckles. He goes, Indeed. He's a good man, Mr. Flint. Short on words. And then he will lead you on a tour of the ship as he locates the rest of his crew to introduce you. You find a rotund, jolly-looking man in the galley, holding fruits and veggies and cooking and stirring a pot. He goes, this is our cook, Tim Button. And the man turns to the group and smiles. Oh, welcome aboard. Good to have you.
It's good to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hope you're in the mood for some good stews. I'm a master of stews. And the captain will lead you on down another deck into the lower part of the ship, where you find a serious-looking older gentleman with gray streaks running through his hair and spectacles perched on his nose, and he's wearing like this big fur-lined coat. He goes, "This is our chief engineer, Darius Mason." The man turns and kind of lowers his glasses to regard you and says nothing. And then you turn, and somehow behind you, without you realizing, a woman has appeared who is this striking beauty with bright auburn hair. And the captain chuckles. "And this is our resident alchemist, Ruby." And she kind of curtsies, even though she's very clearly like not a noble woman, but she curtsies like one. "Pleasure to meet you."
Pleasure is
Pleasure to
likewise.
meet you as well.
And then he'll turn and regard the group, and we have some other passengers on board. I believe they're all in their cabins. Unfortunately, we are a little short on cabin space. I believe all of our guest rooms are taken. I hope you don't mind bunking with the crew.
Not at all.
They seem lovely.
Wonderful. Then, if we're all set, we will set sail. I'll take that as a yes, and he'll
Yes.
head up on deck to calling out orders, "Raise anchor, set sail," well, so on and so forth.
Nope.
I don't know sailing talk.
Nautical terms.
I'm
It's all
winging
good.
Yeah, so there's some heavy cranking as the anchor begins to raise, and the sails snap and boom as they come down to catch the breeze, and the ship tacks out toward the open ocean. And you look back at Sandmeyer, and you can see Jenna and her father William standing down at the pier, waving as you leave. And yeah, you head out into the ocean on a journey to Orana. And I think that's actually where we're going to call this one, because I have a lot planned for the journey, but we're not going to get to it tonight.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.